Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. If you're thinking about doing this 7-star resummon attacker of banner, you need to watch this first. Your friends need to watch this first. Your mom needs to watch this first. And most importantly, your cat and or dog and or parrot and or fish needs to watch this first. If you have any other sort of animal, I'm sorry. They don't really need to watch this one, like snakes and stuff. You're good. You're good. So here's the pool list for the 7-star guarantee. These are the 7-star characters. We have Assassin Shadow, Chocobo Fina, Dark Knight Leon, Wild Rose Furion, Warrior of Light Bartz, Kaito, Radiant Lightning, Yuffie Zack, Dressy Eileen, Kimono Oyaka, Red 13, Regina, Monk, Sabin of Colts, Yago, Xeno of the Beta Star, Axstar, Esther, Crimson, Sid, Dark Knight Lunath, Onion Knight Refia, Jack, Vincent, Tifa, Alespris, Aloha, Laswell, Hio, Shadowlord, Nalu, Squall, Reagan, Nameless Gunner Jake, Pyroglacial Last, Roberta, and Olive. So out of all of these characters, remember this banner is $45.99. Literally most of these characters I wouldn't even bat an eye at. So let's go over the ones that are better-ish than the other ones in this pool. So Chocobo Fina, I would still not pull on that character. Very tanky DPS, but still it's not what I'd be going for. It's kind of funny. She's in the attacker banner when she does damage off her spirit. That's more of a magic thing. But anyway, she's in here. And then we get in here, War of Light Bart's very popular, very strong. Radiant Lightning, very popular, very strong. Wild Rose Furion can be very strong, but he's not very popular and needs very specific gear to make him popular in very specific team setups. Now, if you do get him, you can go ahead and check out, people using Wild Rose Furion do a lot of crazy things with top-end gear, but for the most part, it's not someone you're going to want to be using and abusing in your party. The rest of these characters, really not that crazy. Some of them aren't that bad, but they're really not that good in comparison to where you want to be in the meta. Regina still stands out for me. Monk Sabin of Colts, still very strong. Xeno of the Beta Star, still very strong. And the rest of these, I'm not going to call them bad, but remember, this is a $45.99 pool. Like, how many characters are going to be significant upgrades for you? You can still use Esther, you can still use Axstar, but they're still nowhere near the top of where we are with a lot of these other characters in the game right now. Hio and Shadowlord after reworks, very, 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 very good characters. Absolutely insanely good characters. But do you want to be pulling for a character that is good right now because they just got bumped up to the meta due to ability awakens and all this other stuff? Remember, this is $45.99. That's a fairly big budget of money for this game, which maybe it's not for you. Maybe that argument doesn't work for you at all. But still, I would only be aiming for, out of all of these characters, ask yourself, for character use, Warrior of Light Bartz, Radiant Lightning, possibly Regina, Monk Sabin of Colts, or a Xeno of the Beta Star. That's 1, 2, 3. What is that? 4, 5? 5 characters? 6 characters? 4 characters? 5 characters? Yeah, 5 characters. 1, 2, 3. I can count today. Jeez. Wow. Now, for the rest of these characters here, Assassin Shadow, listen, for Super TMRs, don't really care. Super TMR Chocobo Fina, don't really care. Dark Knight Leon, Super TMR, don't really care. It's not 100% attack. It's pretty neat, but like, don't really care. Wild Rose Furion, Super TMR, it's pretty alright. Warrior of Light Bartz, Super TMR, don't really care. Kaito, Super TMR, this could be something that you could be aiming for as another character that you would really, really like. If you want his evasion, Super TMR, so you can put one on there of like I would like that as a character. Radiant Lightning, Super TMR, also very, very strong. Yuffie and Zack, Super TMR. Yuffie, Super TMR, very strong two-handed throwing weapon. Zack's Super TMR is Buster Style 100% with, I think it's 40% attack on it. So if you are looking for some sort of Buster Style type TMR to throw on a character that also is going to be wearing a great sword so you can get an extra 40% attack, then that might be something worth looking into. Dressy Eileen is 180 attack, two-handed gun. Very, very, very strong. Kimono Oyaka, Super TMR. Don't remember off the top of my head, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go here and say that it's probably not game breaking. Red 13, Super TMR, 60 attack with 30% MP accessory. You won't use that unless you're already true double hand capped and attack percent capped on the same character. It's one of those things where it's just like, oh yeah, I have a Red 13 Super TMR. Unless you have literally everything else to go with it, you'll never use it. Regina Super TMR, I do like. Very powerful attack percent material that has a bunch of killers on it. So you'll use that from time to time for sure. Monk Sabin of Colts, very strong Super TMR, definitely something worth pulling for. I would put this up there as a +1 for a reason that you would pull this banner. So not only is he a pretty good unit to use, he's very underrated for sure, but his super TMR is very, very, very strong with percentage HP and 60% attack and 55, I think it's 55 flat attack, all on one accessory there. The 60% attack is if you're wearing a fist weapon, and there's a lot of good fist weapons out there for true double hand as well as true dual wield users now. Jaego super TMR, no one really uses it. But you can do weird things with Jaego super TMR. Don't pull for her as a character, but her super TMR is a whip, and if you have AI Katy Perry super TMR, that actually allows you to equip whips, so you can literally make anyone a true double hand whip user with AI Katy Perry super TMR plus Jaego super TMR. I know we're living in a fantasy land there, but it is still a possibility. Xeno the Beta Star, very strong character. Still very easy to build, all this other good stuff. Very good entry point as a new player. Also the super TMR, very, very good. One-handed katana, high attack, 40% attack with Man-Eater on it. One of the best super TMRs in the game still, in my opinion, where you're trying to build a true dual wield character who can at least equip a katana, which a fair amount of them, most of them, can. Going into Axstar, though, Axstar as a character, definitely not, like we said before, falling off. His super TMR, though, is still a two-handed katana with a bunch of attack on it. But it was the first two-handed katana, but it's not going to be the last two-handed katana, okay? It was the first one. It's not going to be the last one. So if you're looking for a two-handed katana, you know, Axstar is a thing, but there's going to be more down the road. Esther, you know, is showing her age. Still good, though. A lot of people still clearing content with her, but I wouldn't, you know, be like, I'm going to reroll for Esther sort of thing. If you get her, you know, because you have to at the last minute, then fine. But her super TMR, too, I do like her super TMR. I would like to have one day. 800 flat HP. It doesn't sound fancy, but it does help your survivability quite a bit. And then the body piece that has the 800 HP on it, it also has good attack on it as well. I think it's 40 attack, so that's going to help out the true double hand builds. It's not the highest in the game. A lot of them have like 45, 50 coming out in the future, but this one has 800 HP and does have killers on it for stone and machine, I do believe, as well. So very strong super TMR body piece there. Crimson, really not all that good. He's got a two-handed elemental greatsword, though, if that's something that you want to use. Sid, still strong here. Sid, very good. Much well. True dual wield / true double hand dragoon. If chain finishers are your thing, you have all the gear to back him up. You've been missing Sid. He is very old, so maybe you can grab him as a constellation price. Still very strong. Still able to help a lot of new players out as a friend unit to just one-shot a bunch of trials. Dark Knight Lunith, Onion Knight Refia, not really strong enough to talk about. Super TMR-wise, not really all that great either, in my opinion. Same thing with Sid. Sid's super TMR, two-handed elemental spear. Very cool, I guess. There's not very many uses for a two-handed elemental spear, especially a wind one. You put it on your Sid, that'll help him out, but outside of that, not really that big of a deal. Dark Knight Lunith, Onion Knight Refia, Jack, Vincent, Tifa. Vincent has a pretty strong two-handed gun, the death penalty. Outside of that, though, not really all that great. Tifa's super TMR is literally worse than trial reward weapon. Jack's super TMR does have a high tide on one-handed greatsword, so that might help out certain builds, but still nothing crazy to talk about. Dark Knight Luna super TMR, a one-handed katana. I do believe that's dark elemental. I'm trying to do all of these off the top of my head. Onion Knight Refia super TMR is the Onion Blade, which looks really cool, but isn't all that cool in practice because it gives like 30% all stats on a 160 attack sword. So really nothing game breaking there. Lesperus does have Vampirism as a super TMR, so that's pretty cool. Getting you know, a bunch of attack in a materia slot. Aloha Lastwell super TMR. Is that the Umbrella Blade thing? Is that the Umbrella Blade? I think it's Umbrella Blade. His super TMR, nothing super crazy. Weird defense weapon with defense on it, and you know, Hio, like I said in Shadow Lord, still very strong weapons. Hio super TMR, just like Aloha Lastwell, one-handed great sword, so a one-handed high attack weapon there. Shadow Lord super TMR is the oh man, it used to be an FF11. I'm gonna quit because I can't remember the name of this thing. Someone's gonna put it down in the comment section below. I'm gonna feel really bad, but he used to drop it in FF11, but it's the one-handed sword with HP on it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna have to come back to it, but it's there. It's nothing great. It's nothing crazy to talk about. But like I said, Hio and Shadow Lord, both still very strong characters after their reworks. Nalu super TMR, two-handed two-handed great sword, two-handed lightning spear. Not the greatest thing in the world. Squalls though, 55% limit burst damage. Definitely pretty powerful. Reagan. Reagan's Surcoat, the body piece, some ice and fire resistance on it with some decent attack. It's okay, but nothing crazy. Nameless Gunner Jake, his super TMR is really good. 30% limit burst damage, two-handed gun. Literally just got beaten into the ground, though, by our perky friend Olive's new super TMR, the Black Sparky. So, you know, nothing worth re-rolling for. It's the same thing with Pyroglacial Last Will, Roberta, and Olive there. There's 36 guys on this banner. That's even worse than last time. Yeah, so if you missed the support banner, I'm sorry. The support banner had the most future-proof units in there, so if you're looking for a big power bump and there was only 25 of them, yeah, because their drop rates were 4% on the support banner. This is 2.77%, and there's a lot of literal garbage in this banner. I would pass on this banner for sure, most definitely. But, you know, unless you want literally everything that I said, even then your odds are not going to be very good. Even if you wanted 10 things, you're going to have, you know, 10 out of 36, 9 times. You probably get something, but I'm talking you absolutely want them. Not a consolation prize, something you definitely absolutely need on your account. But outside of that, guys, I would pass. Until then, guys, you want to see more stuff like this, check out the channel. There's a bunch of cool stuff that you guys missed over the holiday weekend if you were away. Check out the podcast. We did the Content Creator podcast. That is definitely worth a listen to for sure. But take care, guys. Hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.